Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Our project title: Stamp Enabling Privacy Preserving Location Proof for Mobile Users. Our project abstract: location-based service are quickly becoming immensely popular. In addition to service based on users' current location, many potential services rely on users' location history or their spatial temporal provenance. Malicious users may lie about their spatial temporal provenance without a carefully designed security system for users to prove their past location. On this paper, we present the spatial temporal provenance assurance with a mutual proof scheme that's called STAMP. STAMP is designed for ad hoc mobile users generating location proof for each other in undistributed settings. However, it can easily accommodate trusted mobile users and wireless access points. STAMP ensures the integrity and non-transferability of the location proofs and protects users' privacy. A semi-trusted certification authority is used to distribute cryptographic keys as well as guard users against collision by a lightweight entropy-based trust evaluation approach. Our prototype implementation on the Android platform shows that STAMP is low cost in terms of computation and storage resources. Extensive simulation experiments shows that our entropy-based trust model is able to achieve high collision detection accuracy. And then location-based services based on users. Currently, many potential services rely on users' location histories or their spatial temporal provenance. Malicious users may lie about their spatial temporal provenance without a carefully designed security systems for users to prove their past location. STAMP is designed for ad hoc mobile users and previously of location generation for each others in distributed settings. Semi-trust certification is used for distributed cryptographic key as well as guard users against collision by lightweight entropy-based trust evaluation approach. Our data flow diagram: in this process, first the users we must select the previous past proofs related to the users, and the data can be transmission data. First the users and the related registration can be done. In this location register, the location register mention that the related base station which can be connected with the users, and after the user updation can be done, and the station status can be mentioned. In the status they mention that if the user is an active user or an inactive user, so this mention that the related to the behavior, and the behavior mentioned that are related to the user habits that transfer the data from one user to another users. After that, the verification and validation of the database can be carried out. In this process, the verification and validation can be done related to the users combined to transmit the data from multiple users. If the users makes the data transmission from one to another, it can carry out multiple users database, and the access can be provided to access the past proofs with the data, and the reliable data log file can be generated with the access of the multiple users. That the admin can be provided. In the admin, it mentioned that the users list and the users selection. The users slash that mention that the last generations of the past proofs of the users, and the data transmission that can be carried out with the secure transmissions of multiple users for a particular user. The user selection can be done. In the user selection, the mapping concept can be mentioned that the proofs of the logs generation for the particular data. For the particular users, the data can be transmitted, and it mentioned that the past proofs cannot be accessed by another users to mention for a secure transmissions of data, and the user location can be mentioned that the user can access the base station from a particular locations to transmit the particular data for a particular users. Our project demo for STAMP enabling privacy preserving location proof for mobile users. First, we want to right click on home.java and click on run file. The process going on. It had been mentioned that it can be shown here, and here it mentioned that the system connected. It mentioned that the WAMP server we are using as a database for a WAMP server. The WAMP server and the NetBeans, this can be run related to the NetBeans, and it can be connected. It can be shown here. This is a home page. click anywhere on the home page, and this is our login page. In the login page, if you are a new user, click on new user and make a registration for using certain name using the ID and the certain details can be filled, and the certain details can be filled and the email can be verified, and after that the registration, the certain user ID to make ensure of a certain logins or secure login can be verified. After that the process can be carried related to the users, and the username can be mentioned here. This is the username that can be entered during the registration, and the location can be mentioned here to generate the past location proof. If I mention the 3, this is the user I am giving the access to access my past proof locations. After that the file can be chosen. The secret key can be generated. This key can be noted by the users to make a certain secure login in it. This key can be verified during the registration of the process and the verification of the new users to share the past proof locations in it. If the key can be entered wrongly, the data cannot be get by the users. And after that the key can be assigned and the request can be sent to the server, and right click on the server.java and click on run file, and the data can be received by the users. Why here we encrypt is to make a certain secure to the certain processor, and the data can be sent to the server, and the uploader process can be accessed. These can be sent by making the certain request and a response. The response can be sent by a server to for the user to make a certain upload, and the assigned and the details can be stored in it. Here is the process end by a single users, and the proof can be generated in it, and it can be stored in the database. After that again the certain login can be run. On the login page, the certain users can be on the user ID. We have mentioned that this is the username we have assigned for that, and these users can make a certain download in it, and these files can be assigned, and the certain proof can be generated, and the request can be sent. Here is the key can be mentioned in it. Here entering the key, and it makes us a certain key can be verification and validation in it, and the waiting for the response, and the click on client server to run on it, and the request can be received, and it sends the process to the provider. Here is the process can be received by the provider and sent to the client to access the certain file, and the file can be get here is under the provider it can be decrypted. If the last proof cannot be verified and it cannot be matched by these users, the data cannot be decrypted in it, and after that the download access can be provided, and the file can be downloaded and saved in it by using any certain numbers, and the file can be downloaded. Thanks for listening.